It's showtime. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's me, not Dave. At least I'm a little better looking, anyhow. Dave has, it's his daughter's birthday, and he wanted to go out and celebrate dinner with him and asked if I'd swap with him. So next week you'll have Crooked River and Eastern instead of me, and you got me this week. So how about that? So let's get the things started here. We started out, we got Lee from Anfield Road Layout in the loft. He said he's cleaning track. So he gets the cookie tonight. And then we have Grandpa Rails. And John Schuylkill River Valley. How you doing tonight, John? And then we got Grandpa Rails. JD, how's it going tonight, buddy? And we got Sparky. How's it going, buddy? Going down there. It was nice having Nathan for a few days, huh? You learned everything there is about the Reading and Northern. He's a good guy, man. He's got like a 1,000 gazillion things of information in that head of his. He can tell you things about history. I was like, wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm sure Nathan did have a good time up there. He was really looking forward to that run. There's Dan's model railroading journey. How you doing tonight, Dan? We got Ken Amos. How you doing, buddy? And we got Rusty Possum Bayou. How you doing tonight, buddy? And Hot Dog Andy. How you doing tonight, Andy? Floyd Robbins. How's it going, buddy? Come on down through here. Coming through. Whether or not Harry, little brother, how's it going tonight? There's James from Dundas Junction Model Railroad. How you doing tonight, James? And did you tell them about the train wreck outside my door? Well, I just now came live. 2, I didn't realize it was right outside your door. And it was just a derailment, a little derailment. But they had a derailment there in Connellsville. Put the power out, I think, for some people. Anthony, how's it going, buddy? Hey, I know. I'm glad you're on here, Anthony. That Falling Waters that you wanted to go see, it's closed for repairs. They're doing repairs to it. I don't know how long it's going to be that way. I'll let you know when they go to reopen it again. There's Todd Armstrong. Happy birthday, John. Schuylkill River Valley. It's John's birthday. Well, now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John Schuylkill River Valley. And many, many more. Happy birthday to you. almost took out the apartment down on the corner. Wow, I didn't think it was that bad. It didn't make the news or anything. John Train BFGR, how you doing, buddy? Good evening. Did it do anything to the Amtrak building if it was that close? Huh? I didn't realize it was that bad. You're welcome, buddy. Wish I could do more for you. You know, maybe send you an engine that you weren't expecting. Custom made and painted and custom sound. Somebody might joke and pull a fast one on you and tell you they're interviewing you. Something like that. That's what I said. He didn't say anything about that. I don't know if the Amtrak station survived or not. If it took out that apartment down on the corner there, my goodness, or about took it out. If it was up on the road like that, that's pretty hairy, scary. I didn't realize it was that bad. It didn't make the news, you know. CSX must have kept it pretty hush hush. It didn't make the news that it did that. Yes, I got a train running tonight. Isn't that cool? I got to check because I have the sound turned off. Make sure it's still going. Pappy, how's it going, my friend? Oh, yeah. Let's see. He says he was down in the Mississippi for March break with your son-in-law and daughter's youth group on the mission trip. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, wrong one. Dwight, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, Rusty wants to know what part of Mississippi for a mission trip. Well, there's lots of things that you can do a mission down there. I can see it. But I'll have to give you a call and talk about this a little bit more because I find that quite intriguing that didn't even make the news. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Yeah, a pretty nice day here in Everson, Pennsylvania today. And I got in the 50s. Sunshine though, all day. The pollen is already going crazy. And I don't have really that much of an allergy, but I have COPD. And the last few days have been interesting. But I ain't letting it keep me down. I was up here. I came up and fooled around here in the train room. It's the most I've fooled around up here in a while. I just took a break. I took a pause from it. And I think every once in a while you just need to do that. take a pause. I had some things that were frustrating me, and I just took a pause. Now I think I'm going to be coming back a little bit full string. We got our train day coming up here in May. It's May 10th. There's a good chance Robert might be able to make the trip and do train day. And I usually help Mr. Garlic, so we'll probably, if we'll have to see what Robert's how Robert's schedule is for that, because he scheduled his vacation a little later. We're not going to make Timonium this year, so. Wigwag is in the house. I didn't see where he come in though. There he is. Wigwag. How's it going, Steve? Huh? Oh man. But anyhow, what do they do in train day? Well, what it is that you can take tours for the people that signed up to allow people to come in either to their homes, or we have a few museums. We have a train club, and it's free of charge. All you got to do is you come in, and you can to each one of the places that are on the tour, and view the layouts, and it's an interesting tour because there's some pretty cool layouts on it. You get a pretty good crowd. You get a really pretty good crowd every year. I think last year at Mr. Garlic's, if I remember right, it was close to between 80 and 100 people came through and viewed the layout. If I remember right, I might be wrong on that, but I'm just telling you, it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people. It was busy pretty much most of the day of people coming in, and a lot of that has to do with the weather. If it's a nice day, we get a lot of people. If it's a rainy day, we still seem to get a fair amount, but not as much as usual. But I know the Hobo Club in Connellsville, they're on the tour. Mr. Garlic's on the tour. Connellsville Canteen, which is one of my favorite places to go. They have a magnificent layout in there. Plus, they also are a World War II museum there. Lots of cool stuff. If you're into World War II history, lots of cool stuff. Plus, they have a little diner there. Make the best breakfast in the world. I mean, they got pancakes. They come out, they're like that thick. If you like fruit in them like I do, blueberries. I like blueberries in mine. Great stuff. Great stuff. And they have real maple syrup to put on top. It's pretty good stuff. And then from there, you can go up to Brownsville, PA. There's it's the Transportation Museum is what it is. And there's a museum and they have railroads. Plus, they're right there by the river, and they talk about the boats and stuff that used to come up and down there, and the barges. Plus, they had a ferry going across. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, and usually there's a G scale layout in there. Also, there's another guy on the tour, Ed, I think is his name, Ed. He has a train station, an actual train station in his backyard. He built the building as per specs, okay? And then the interior is an actual old train station that he bought the stuff, and it's an actual old, the ticket counters, the chairs, the lanterns, and everything are all authentic. They're not remade or anything like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Not to mention he has all kind of other artifacts. Train artifacts. The man it just has all kind of train history right there. He had talked the last time I was up there. He was talking about maybe getting a caboose brought in, but he said it would cost so much to have that transported in, and then he'd have to lay rails down to put it down. So, and then he has neighbors too. So I didn't know if he wanted to do that or not. So, all right, who am I missing here? I see Bob. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Good to see you in here. What am I building these days? Well, right now, absolutely nothing. Right now, am I building? But on the itinerary, I have a Walthers Sunrise feed mill I want to build. I have a Campbell's kit, which is a barrel factory I got to build. I have a sawmill I have to build. I mean, I got a bunch of projects to build. So, but right this second, I haven't been doing anything. That's the truth. Yeah. I think and this was a few years ago. I think he told us he has to rent a crane and to put the caboose on a truck, have all the special permits for oversized load. You bring it in, then you have to have a crane here in this area to unload it off the truck. So yeah, it's not a cheap endeavor. Not to mention the cost that they want for the caboose too. Michael McCarville, how you doing? He's in the house. And we have Dan Luddick. How you doing tonight, Dan? Not bad. That's right. And let's see. Anybody else come in that I'm getting as bad as Dave, man. I'm letting things get away from me here. Talking too much and not paying attention to the chat too much here. Yeah, I've had this Campbell's kit for a while. My friend Mr. Garlic gave this to me. I think he did it kind of as a joke. Because I opened it up and it's a pile of sticks with instructions. That's what it is. You open it up, it's a box of sticks. It's exactly what it is. It's definitely going to be an interesting challenge. Yeah, you was telling me that before, Ken, that you got a bunch of you like doing the Campbell's kits and kits like that. Have you done any of Michael's kits, Ken? He has some nice kits. Michael McCarville. I haven't put one together yet. This will be my first one. It ought to be a challenge. It ought to be a challenge. All right. Messages. Oh. All right. People sending me messages. They know well, I guess they wouldn't have known I was going on the air tonight. Most people didn't. But anyhow, I built the refinery. That wasn't a breeze. That wasn't a breeze. That thing was horrible, Anthony. You just don't even want to go there. Well, it's good that somebody has faith in me. I just haven't. I know when I start on that I ain't gonna be. I'm gonna have to concentrate on that till I get it done because it'll tie up my bench for a while. It was kind of like when I built the scratch built that building, that train station for Robert. It held up. It tied up my work table for 5 months. You know, and I worked at it pretty steady. You know, and a lot of that was because I had to figure how to do things. I mean, when you scratch build something, you don't have a set of instructions. It's like trial and error. You just try this and try that. You'd see the stuff that I had scrapped because it just didn't turn out the way I thought it would. So there you go. Wiggy Wag wants to know if you have any promo codes for your kits there, Michael. Here's the promo code. You got the money, honey. You get the kit. Money. I don't know. Do you have any promo codes? Yeah, some people, put that in. It's a pretty nice kit. It's. I think his kits are a great value for what they are. They're pretty cool stuff. So. Wiggly woogly. Whatever that means. I'll tell you what, Bob. I will say this. It was a lot of fun doing that. I mean, I had moments where it was, but overall, it was a really fun experience scratch building that. And I did it from photographs. It was a lot of fun. So if you got a photo laminated for a coffee shop that was in Haltom City, Texas, that you want to build, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So if you can get more photos, the more photos you get, the better it is. Because if you can get especially different angles, the back, the front, the roof details are usually almost impossible to get because hardly anybody took photos of the roof. So that was some of the things that was a challenge with me. Todd Armstrong, trackside action. How you doing tonight? I didn't think you had a code. I know you do put them on sale once in a while. There you go. There you go. Yep. I hope you've been feeling well too. I hope you all been feeling well. Now, I hope we're all past the flu and cold season. Now all we do is get past the tornado high winds season. Oh man, we've been getting some winds here, doing some serious damage. Actually had a few tornadoes too, so which is unusual for our area. I mean, in the past, it's been a rare occasion that we get a tornado. And here, this wasn't the storm we had here just a week or two ago. I think there was three or four confirmed tornadoes that touched down around this area. I know it was windy as all get out. The wind took some trees you'd think never would have wind would knocked it down. I mean, some big I'm talking old maple trees and oak trees, just snapped off from the wind. Oh, so the diner that you're doing, it's still there. You can go and get photographs and stuff from there. I worked from a building that don't exist anymore. They tore it down years ago, and all I'm going by is from pictures from, I think they were from the 70s. The pictures that Robert got me that I used. I went totally from photographs. Old photographs. I didn't have anything I could go measure up. The Waters feed mill that I'm going to be doing, I'm really thinking I'm going to kit bash it, because I want it to try to look like there's a feed mill in a town just a little bit north of from here in Mount Pleasant, that when I was a kid, my grandfather took me to that feed mill. I mean, it was twice a month. We'd take in and have feed ground into we called it chop, that we fed the cows. It was oats and corn, and sometimes we put some like molasses or something in it. Cows loved it. Yeah, I mean, they'd hog it right up. So, and we'd go there. So anyhow, and it's right by the railroad tracks. And I know at one time, probably long before I was around, they had train service in through there. And this feed mill's been there for, I'm close to 70 years old, and it's been there as long as I can remember. So I know it's over 100 years old, and it's still in operation. They're still taking care of people, taking care of the local farmers. Yes, I got a train running there tonight, James. I think it's pretty cool. Yep. Only had to clean a little spot. I thought, man, because I hadn't run a train for a while. I haven't been running them, and I thought, man, that track's going to be dirty. I don't know if it'll work. I had one spot it was giving me a little problem. I cleaned out one spot and it's been running smooth ever since. So praise the Lord for that, huh? And blew chairs across your porch. Man, it did all kind of stuff. It took a few pieces of shingle off of my roof. The landlord said he's going to be putting a new roof on this spring. So far we haven't had any leaks. Thank goodness for that. Art McCarville Studios, I just looked up your website. Your kits are beautiful. Yes, they are. I'm going to have to do some shopping. There you go, Todd. You won't regret his kits. They're not bad to put together either. They're really decent to put together, and they turn out beautiful. So I am not being paid by Michael for these endorsements. In no way, shape, or form. It is just an honest opinion from an old fat man that had fun. Oh, so you're going to be heading down Rusty's way again, Anthony. Still fighting each. Yeah. You wasn't it you, Ken, that said that they told you it was an act of God? That's that they can't pay for your roof because the wind blew off your roof. That's an act of God. I can't believe they would say. I take that back. I can believe it, but it's just. What do you buy insurance for that? If you look at it that way, everything's an act of God. I don't blame you for having the being angry about that. That would, my goodness. It's a good point too. I don't know 10 languages. I know English and I know Southwestern Pennsylvanian. I can speak those two languages. I would just tell you, I would say, Yins can all say, not bad. And that's in Southwestern Pennsylvania because I put the Yuns in there. Or I can say, Cheerio. They are really not bad. No offense there, Lee and Andy, if I offended you any. That's as far as I get to languages. Once in a while, if I hit my thumb or something, it'll come out Uchi Capesta. And that's mild. You know. I don't swear no more, so it comes out some kind of foreign language that is lost. It's your Well, thank you for all the thumbs up, bud. That's supposed to help our algorithm. What's that mean? What kind of foreign language is that? You mean Reddit? Is that what you're trying to say? Retit is not. I don't know what that means. Oh, retirement time. Retirement time. Happy days are here. How much longer you got before you retire, Anthony? I know you're coming up on it. Next year. Next year. It's real cool. Okay, we have 20 likes. Let's go. Not bad. I don't know any other language other than yun's not bad or y'all not bad or I don't know any other way to say it. I just don't. That's good. I hope he's a regular bulldog. I hope he chews the right arm off. You know? I just, you pay all that money for insurance over the years, and you never ever put a claim in. And when you really need it, then they sit there and they say something like that. That would have just definitely got me right there. Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburghese. I don't even do that real well. I can say it in Canadian. Not bad. And then I'll say it in American. Not bad. You got to be kidding. They don't want to pay off? You got to be kidding. Yeah, I feel my blood pressure going up. Yeah, get him, Ken. Yeah, I agree. You're getting too old for that, Ken. No offense. You don't want to be up there putting on even a metal roof. That's why you pay for insurance. You had 3 kinds of insurance, and they're sitting there telling you. What is that? Cockney? Up the apples and pears. Retirement time is here. Now train time starts. I hear you, buddy. If your retirement's like mine, it seems like there's enough things to do to keep you busy. Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I'm probably busier than I was when I worked. You know, I do a lot for the church. I that's my choice. I do a whole lot. I try to do as much as I can for the church. You know, uh, for our church, our little local church, and we do a lot of, I don't know what you want to call it. I call it mission work. We do in the community. And right now it's Lenten season. We just last Wednesday had a dinner uh, where we have other churches come each week. In our community here, our churches take a turn having a lunch for Lenten, and you go and you hear a short message, usually 15-20 minute message, and then you get some good food, free good food, you know, not only for your stomach, but you get some for your soul, which is awesome. Which I think is a cool deal, and our church is involved in that too. Do I know Connellville? No, I'm a foreigner. Australian and British. Not bad. Not bad, Todd. Not bad at all. Sparky says he would tell the insurance company, I'll talk to God every day. And he said it wasn't him. Yeah. Sarky. Sarky. Oh. I sound like your wife. I'm thinking I'm saving money for trains. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Oh. I saw a cool T-shirt the other day. It said, "When your wife's mad at you, go buy a train. At least you get a new train out of the deal." Now, Andy, does people from London have uh, an accent or a vocabulary all of their own, as different than, say, somebody from Liverpool or someplace like that? Because I know here, depending on what part of the country you're in, the language sounds a whole lot different. Excuse me. It's Lent. I gave up trains for Lent, being Catholic, but then they're all in boxes and in storage. So I really ain't missing it all much. Oh, oh my. Oh, you do, huh? Yeah. See, it ain't much different. I know when I I went into the service, that was really the first time that I'd really been away from home on my own anywhere. And when you talk to some of the guys, they pinpointed it almost to a T where I was from. I didn't know I was talking any had an accent. It seems like you people are the ones that all talk funny. Yeah, buddy. Rusty, you don't speak Cajun, do you? I had a when I was in the Marine Corps, I had a drill instructor. He was as Cajun as they come, boy, and he was hard to understand. My goodness, man, he was a hard man to understand, and that ain't good when you don't understand your drill instructor and you're in basic training. That's not good. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I agree with you on that 100% there, Andy. Uh, I listened to a pastor on the radio who is Scottish. He's better than a lot, but he's still sometimes a little tough to understand what he's talking about. Well, I get that because I think a lot of times when he was mad and he was, I should say, cursing us, I think it was in French, because it was language I never heard before. you know, there's a lot of things that I never heard or seen before. That was definitely an eye-opening experience. So, Dave, wonder how his dinner's going. I'm sure he'll have a lot to talk about on Thursday morning. He'll probably do his morning coffee show that he does, and explain a little bit more to you. Oh. So, does anybody else have any buildings or something that they're going to be putting up? You fell asleep, Joe. That's all right, buddy. Probably quiet there without your old friend there. I'm sorry to hear about your little dog. That's a shame. He was a friendly little fella. One of your uncles was a drill instructor. His household was a dictatorship. I feel for him. Yeah, there you go. Swamp people. Yeah, them people. They're constantly using subtitles. That's crazy, ain't it? Oh man, Eddie, that's funny. That is funny. Oh, oh, gonna get me going here. Oh, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll bet it is there, Joe. So sorry for your loss. I know something happened to Gizmo, my dog. I get angry at him from time to time, but you know, I wouldn't want nothing to happen to him. He's actually a pretty good friend. That is pretty accurate. You nut. Oh. BC Systems Shoreline. What's going on now? Why is Wilbur laughing? Here, I'll show you. I'm lovely to see if I can find. Here it is. This is the Scottish. Ya donna kinna laddie, which is I don't understand you, man. You wonder, and that's how they do sound. Oh man, goofy. We were talking about different dialects and stuff that different places in the world talk. Oh my. It's good that we can laugh at each other. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you came. The show's just about over. But glad to have you in here, BNC. Yeah. Dog. The thing is, a dog, even though they every once in a while they get to do something ornery or something like that, you could get mad at them for some of the dumbest stuff, and then after you're all done, you feel bad about it. They forgive you. They're the most forgiving animal in the whole world. You can have a bad day and come home and grumble and growl at them and this and that, and hopefully you ain't doing anything else to them. And they're still your buddy. Think about it. You could be having the worst day, and you walk in that door, and they're there to greet you. They're happy to see you, no matter how bad their day was getting. You know, dogs are great. Dogs are great. And I know Joe had a special relationship with his dog. If you ever been to Joe's house, the dog greeted you as much as Joe did. He was your buddy. He was. He was a good boy. He was really a good dog. Yeah, Rusty, I'm sorry to hear you lost your dog too. That's rough. That can be just as rough as losing a loved one, a person, a loved one. We love our dogs. We love our pets. Period. Uh, you know, you know. No, don't get me started doing that because I'll laugh even harder. I, 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 oh, and if you know what you know what his catchphrase was. I tried imitating it one time. It didn't work. Oh, yeah, that's right, Ken. Pets are family. Dan says he has two dogs, no children. Yep, yep. Even if you got children, I Gizmo, the day don't go by if we don't play. He he has a bunch of toys. He's worse than kids. He leaves his toys everywhere. Never picks them up. But he's ready to play anytime. You just grab one of them toys, he's ready to go. Yeah. Yeah. That's rough, man. Yeah. My son had a English bulldog that passed away here about a year ago. He was a good dog. He was really a good dog. Well, you think about it, they're kind of like children. They really are. In a lot of ways. They just can't talk back at you. Mine looks at me sometimes. I think he'd like to say some things to me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rusty. I really am. I know I know exactly. I know exactly. I Before I had Gizmo, I had Pug. That was his name. Pug. He was a pug dog, and I named him Pug. Okay. Uh he was he was a good old dog, and he got sick all of a sudden one day, and I took him to the vet, and here he I find out he had diabetes, and it progressed to the point where his organs were shutting down, and the doctor said it was nothing he could do. It was like too far gone, and the best bet was I had to put him down. And boy, he talked that had to been One of the hardest, darkest days I ever had to do. Waters Kit Part A to where? I hear you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, man. You talk about getting slammed. Sorry to hear that, Rusty. Really sorry to hear that. Well, I think it's time we're going to close it up for the night. And just remember, next week will be Dave at Crooked River at Eastern. He's going to do the show instead of me. He gets to do the April Fool's Tuesday. Be April 1st. So you'll be getting Dave. And you'll probably see me maybe, no, I'm going to, I'll pop in somewhere or another. You'll see me. But anyhow, before next month. Plus, I think next month we have a 5th Tuesday, which we're working on something for that already. So, all right. So if I don't see you beforehand, have a wonderful, wonderful Easter season. And just like Christmas, remember what the season's all about. And I want to thank you all for this evening. I didn't have anything prepared just because it was kind of a all of a sudden thing when Dave asked me to switch with him. So I think it turned out pretty good. I think we had a pretty good conversation, lots of laughs and a lot of fun. Got to promote some things. And so I hope you all had a good time tonight, and y'all take care. And may the Lord bless each and every one of you. I keep you guys in my prayers. I really will, especially the ones that lost your animals, and your mother's got cancer in her lung. I will keep you in your prayers. Take care, everyone. I love every one of you. Have a good night. And I thought the show tonight was not bad. Good night, all.